The game is, of course, live and starting at the bottom left of the map, we have our Terran player in blue starting for LG-IM. It is, of course, MVP. Players just exchanging pleasantries in the early
MVP
game.
gives the exclamation mark.
Yeah.
Exclaims, good luck, have fun.
And initiated was the short exchange between the two players by our Zerg player starting to the top right of the map. Cloud Kingdom in game number 2. It is Miniraser starting for the Western Wolves. And let's see what kind of strategy he has on his mind now for game number 2. What he's going to do here. MVP is known for a strong mech play on this map.
Yeah.
But it's not necessarily what he's going to show us.
He could show bio. He could even 2-Rax. I could see that. But we're going to have to wait and see what his choice is. I think we're going to see Command Center first regardless, though, to be honest. That seems to be the kind of style that every Wings of Liberty Terran is playing right now.
Yeah, so far not queuing up in SCVs. But we'll find out if he does it or if he goes into the barracks first on a map like Cloud Kingdom.
Look at that rally.
Yeah.
Just forward 2-Rax, not proxy.
Yep, seems like, and also not an 11-11, so he's using the style that we've seen a couple of times. The question is, how does the Overlord scout for Mini? We've seen Terran players figuring out where exactly the Overlord passes by so that they can use those two barracks in the best position possible. So double barracks opening for MVP, the Overlord that heads down to the bottom left is most likely not going to see it, should be able to see the SCVs and also the Marines on the other hand.
Yeah, very true. And, you know, he goes to the hatch first. He adds 2 additional drones. If this were a forward barracks that was 11-11 or an 11-11 proxy, or even a later proxy, he would have to be very careful here. But considering that MVP has only gone for the slightly forward 2-Rax, it's going to be fine for him, even though he went for the later spawning pool. He should be able to defend with a decent drone pool. And MVP isn't really even going to commit to this attack. He just wants to put pressure on.
You know what I don't like? I've seen this several times now, that the Terran player goes for the strategy, and every single time he sends the first SCV that finishes over to the left side through the gap and the Overlord spots it. I would really love if Terran players would start to go through the right. It's a little bit of a longer way, but it's not a huge difference.
Yeah, it's a slight difference, but the advantage that you can gain from that is huge, especially if you're not trying to bunker right away. Like MVP's not trying to bunker here.
You just hide what's going on. And now if Miniraser actually paid attention to the minimap and saw those units coming in from this weird angle, he should know what's going on here. But we have the triple bunker now, and this is of course what you want to do. This is a block, this is a strategy that Zerg players, and I'm talking from experience here, hate. The drone pull is exactly what you need to do, and this was so well done. And he had to cancel. He actually canceled his his bunker first, and therefore the drones had the chance to take it down.
He's gonna get a few drone kills here. Oh wow, nicely done though. No hesitation with Miniraser. He doesn't get very many drone kills at all. I thought he might be able to get a little bit more some star step. He's gonna have to cancel both of these bunkers. As far as I can tell, there's no more SVs coming. There they go.
That was well done. Mini not hesitating for a second here to commit to this defense. And I feel, I'm not quite sure why MVP cancelled the bunker. I think the bunker was not in range of the hatch. He wanted to apply a little bit more pressure. But in doing so, he allowed the drones to get more surface area at the bunker. And also, there were not enough hit points on the structure, so those drones could take it down easily. He could have accomplished a bit more here, I feel.
Yeah, I agree. That one lane with the 1 kill is going to get the great scout that there's a command center.
Oh wow, that was really close. The Ling sees the command center on the other hand. You already pointed that out. So we have now the CC on the low ground. It's really important that he knows about it.
Yeah,
exactly.
He knows it's not a 4 barracks follow-up either.
And at this point, I have to say that Miniraser has the better start here. Yes, he sacrificed a lot of mining time, but it was exactly what he had to do.
It was worth it.
Exactly. It was worth it. And if you think about it, he just used all those drones then at the natural, so he didn't lose too much mining time. It was exactly what you want to do. He took down so many units of MVP, SCVs, Marines.
Yeah, he lost
structures had to be cancelled.
He lost 100 minerals alone through the cancel fees, since he canceled 4 times, the 3 bunkers and then the initial cancel to move it closer. Yep. That's a lot of resources lost. So, if you think about it that way, MVP is, he knows he's a little bit behind here. He's going to take a fast 3rd command center with gas, though. This is not going to be your 4GG fast 3CC.
Miniraser still without gas, but now getting the 2 extractors. And what kind of strategy are we going to see by him? It's nice that he kind of scouts, or yeah, he tries to hide his gas a little bit. Where do you see a scan at this point in time? If Terran player is curious, what you do in the main base. In the main base, he won't see anything. Well, now he actually takes the double gas there as well.
MVP is going for a run by on the left side of the map with all of his Marines. He's stopped Marine production pretty significantly for a while, though.
There's no third base.
I wonder if we're going to see MVP go for mech play, though. He's got the 4th barracks, I think, in the main base. That could be his factory, though.
The only thing that MVP right now wants is he wants to know if there's a third, and he sees there is none. So he's like, well, what are you gonna do? If you stick out on 2 bases, you have to go into attack now. Double factory now for MVP. He's heading into mech once again.
Yeah, he's going for mech. This is a strategy we see all the time with this forward 2 barracks.
I'm not quite sure what Mini is doing here. We don't see. Well, he heads into the upgrades first, but we have a very late lair tech for him considering what he's doing here. He goes for double upgrades before he goes into speed, so the lair will be a little bit delayed.
Yep, MVP cleans up the ling on the watchtower, and now he's going for another attack at that 4th base.
Here we have the 3rd base. 3rd base now being built, Baneling Nest and a lot of Zerglings, a very, very macro-oriented style now, not the lair tech that I expected, and this hatch is going to be cancelled, yeah.
Yeah, MVP very active with these Marines, doing a lot of damage, and also hiding his composition really well, because right now Miniraser doesn't know if he's going mech. If he goes to the front of the base with Lynx, he's going to see that barracks wall, which is kind of misleading. Especially at the bottom left, you're like, well, you could have more in the main because, yeah, there's no add-ons here, but you can't make an add-on at this position on the map because they stick out, so he knows that it's possible there's more barracks in the main base with those add-ons.
Mini has to be really careful here. He's only on 2 hatches now. This means that he doesn't have a lot of cover. He needs a 3rd base, and that's what he's getting now. He's a very late lair tech. The 3rd is late. He doesn't have a macro hatch. So there's a lot of potential for MVP to actually do damage and put Mini in a position where he will be behind.
Yeah.
With good timings here, if he goes in and takes down a lot of Zerglings or drones, then it's gonna be very hard for Miniraser to actually rebuild those units.
Ooh, you know what, Kelder? He's actually started Marine production again with 3 Hellions. I think he might just go for that Hellion Blue Flame push.
Yeah, it looks like it, and there are no roaches. Banelings are done now, but the creep spread is not as good as it is with most Zerg players these days.
Ooh, he's going for the Baneling bust though.
Oh wow. 22. Oh god, 22 straight at
the Hellions should be able to fight this.
Natural.
If they see them away from the natural, they should be able to kite against them.
Yeah.
And there's no wall for MVP right now. He doesn't have a tight wall. There's a gap.
The Banelings are ready. He's getting even more. He's going up to 32. And the Marines on their way towards the 3rd base. This is really aggressive by Miniraser.
These 2 players are just totally missing each other here. Uh-oh, Hellions come out doing tons of AoE damage to that choke point.
The Banelings, most of them are gone. They can take down these harvesters, but he lost so much already. A nice lift here on the CC. Miniraser still with 68 supply, busting through into the main base. Not supply blocking MVP just yet, but there are not a lot of Zerglings left to clean this up. There are only Banelings. He has to save his SCVs though.
Yeah. Just consider though that MVP's attack is so strong. Now remember, all these Banelings have +1, but MVP is going in with Blue Flame at the natural. And there's not a ton to stop him. A Transfuse goes down the Spine Crawler.
And now we have this problem that we talked about earlier. He does not have the lava. He's getting those Zerglings, but that's it. He can't get any more than the Zerglings that you see on the map now. So if MVP follows this up with another attack, there might not be enough lava available to get more Zerglings into the game.
Yeah, you're right.
He has 4 lava, that's all, and he only has 2 hatches. He doesn't even inject at this point. Miniraser is down to 1 queen. He will run into a severe lava problem.
MVP though is down in supply massively, and then even with mules, his economy is going to be really terrible. So Miniraser can feel okay with that. The only problem I feel he has is his tech, and he's not going to be able to deal with these Hellions at all. He just lost tunnelings there, and there's a 3rd base for MVP that he also can't really attack. He's got the Roach Warring coming up right now. MVP, that's a great choice.
MVP's at 17 SCVs against 47 drones. But as I said, the lava are going to be a problem. Yeah. If MVP hits this timing, this could be all that he needs.
Oh, the wall is not ready. He tries to make it, but the drone gets taken out. Takes out another drone. There's no wall still.
There is no spine crawler. Miniraser in general is in a great position, but he has to stop this attack first.
Yeah, and it looks like he's just not quite able to do it. The Hellion's also low on hit points. All those drones were asking to die on that funnel, but he did not kill them. The Queen's the most important line of defense here, but one of them already falls. He can't use a transfuse anymore. Like you said, he only had 2 Queens now. That's his last Queen gone, and there's nothing to stop these Hellions. He doesn't have larva to make roaches even.
He has a few roaches, but look at those drones. If he gets a good shot at the drone, suddenly the harvester count is equalized. But the few roaches that we have, they might be able to just take them down. But there are so many that he loses already. Harvester's killed now, at least 13, and more Hellions are coming into the base. 17 killed. And now the harvester count, just look at it, it's 28 to 37. The extra mules that we have with the triple CEC, that's something that really helps MVP now. He's still a little bit behind in overall supply, but this just allowed him to close the gap a bit.
Yeah, he's doing a weird. He's making a weird. Hive was started for a second. He was like, "Wait a minute, that's crazy. You cancel that." But you know, he's got this weird composition going for him. MVP that is. He's gonna go for another Hellion run by, but he's making Marines, double mech upgrades, and he's getting siege tanks with some Hellions.
Miniraser is attacking with his roaches, but there is a wall again. There is a siege tank on the high ground. The siege tank is in siege mode, and all those Hellions at the natural of Miniraser just take him down here. Oh, this is so unfortunate for the Zerg.
Yeah, he had a great opportunity with that Baling bust, but then MVP's follow-up was so good. He was able to take out those drones. The larva, as you said, was the key problem. Look at this, using the SCVs to buffer while the siege tank, that one tank on the high ground, is actually the hero of the day. GG, well played, good luck, and congratulations.